Yeah, another edition of the MMA Meltdown radio show here on Mile High Sports, AM 1510, FM 93.7, where we are, Mile High Sports. Got a great show lined up for you today. My boy Jay Merc to the right of me.
What up?
What up, gangster?
You know, just watching the end of this Broncos game.
I don't think you could call it a game.
No.
And I know we're on Mile High Sports, so there's going to be listeners, tuning in that care about the Broncos. And, we're in Colorado, so I'm sure there's some Bronco fans listening. I'm fed up with the Broncos. I'm a diehard Bronco fan. I have fat heads. I've spent at least $2,000-$3,000 worth of merchandise.
You should be their
on their gear. And
you should be like their good luck charm or something because they just scored.
Well, I don't see what that. I was watching the game and they weren't scoring. So I don't see.
Who do you think would win? Boise State or Denver?
Boise State.
And then the winner gets to keep the Broncos name.
I would go Boise State. Then we could be the Denver losers because these guys are pathetic.
They should draft the quarterback from Boise State.
You know what wasn't pathetic, though, was the Zombies card here.
Yeah, that was
Friday
sick.
night. And you know who headlined that fight? Who was the main event of that fight?
Who?
Chris the Hammer Holland. And guess who we got in the studio with us?
Who?
Chris the Hammer Holland. What's up, Chris?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Man, buddy. 20 seconds?
Yeah.
You do that again, and you're going to get the nickname of the Minute Man. I ain't messing around with that Holland stuff anymore. Just the Minute Man. But we'll break into your little, not little in terms of size, but just a little in amount of time. We'll break into your fight and the coverage. We'll talk about the Zombies card as a whole. You're here for as long as you want to be here. Other than that, it's going to be a great show. We got Ryan Martinez coming on.
My good buddy, UFC fighter, Matt Wyman's coming on.
Matt Handsome Wyman?
Oh, he is very handsome.
The one and the same Matt Wyman?
The one.
That's going to be bananas. I don't know. It's going to be a great show. And just kind of going back to the Broncos, I mean, this is a reason why I love MMA. One, because you don't have all these fighters who are making millions and millions of dollars and then crying about the 2 cents on the dollar that they're not making, but they perform every time. I mean, they spend 8 weeks in a camp, sometimes 10 weeks in a camp, just to prepare for this fight. And the Broncos come out here like they're getting paid in a monetary that's not cash. A monetary, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't say it, but you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean, Chris?
Absolutely.
Because you're over here like I know you like the football game.
I'm not a Broncos fan, so I don't get upset the way everyone else does. But it's funny watching everyone on Facebook complain each weekend. And looks like it's been a tough season for you guys.
My heart is broken right now. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that I can put this, but there's a reason that I switched from covering the Broncos to covering MMA. MMA is just a better sport.
Oh, snap.
It's all around. Tebow just ran in for
Tie
the touchdown.
game.
Tied it
There's
up.
a shocker. Tebow ran the ball. Hey, how about you try tossing the ball, Tebow?
Holy crap.
How about you do that? He said, holy crap. All right, so let's get it started. We got our man J.R. Gordon from the MMABuzz.com on the Inked Out MMA Buzz segment. What's going on, J.R.?
Hey, guys, how are you? I want to let you know I'm having phone problems. There's a slight chance I'll just drop off. I hope not, but we're going to kind of go through my segment a little fast today.
Yeah, not a problem. Let's get it going.
All right, I want to say thanks to Inked Out for being our sponsor. They are, of course, Colorado's premier MMA sponsor, in addition to being one of the title sponsors for HDNet's Titan Fighting Championships. You can join the Inked Out crew for MMA training by Colorado standout MMA fighters Brandon Thatch and Michelle Blaylock in their new MMA facility at the Body Firm, 721 East Platte Avenue, Fort Morgan, or for their clothing for men, women, or your pets, visit them on www.inkedout.net. Now, as you gentlemen know, of course, MMA in Colorado just continues to blow up, and with that huge number of fans as well as athletes and quality local events, there's a lot of fighters that are starting to go out of state and across the country to compete, and so we've got a few items we want to talk about there. First off is the fact that American Top Team Altitude School owner Bobby Lashley's opponent, Daryl Schoonover, is out of their scheduled November 11th bout due to injury.
Oh, that's not good.
The drag. It's hopeful right now that they can find a replacement. They haven't canceled the fight, so hopefully we will get to see Mr. Lashley fight.
Yeah, I saw James McSweeney calling for that fight on Twitter, so that'd be interesting if they made that fight.
That would be a cool fight. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also supposed to having been fighting in Las Vegas November 11th, standout Colorado fighter Team Wildman member Marcus Edwards. Unfortunately, Mr. Edwards' fight has been canceled, so we're just going to have to kind of hang out and see when we get to see him fight next. Of course, I want to see him move on to the bigger stage, but hopefully we'll get to see him in Colorado once or twice more.
Yeah, definitely. Marcus is an exciting fighter. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on the show the other day, and he kind of walked us through his story, how he came into MMA and how he came into Team Wildman. And you can't help but kind of cheer for that guy. I mean, you know, even if you put the fact aside that he's from Colorado, or fighting out of Colorado, he's just a fantastic type of character.
Yep. And then at the Zombies event show, we had a chance to speak with Mr. Cody Donovan. He let us know that his shoulder injury and surgery is healing really well, and that he's going to be competing in the Bellator tournament. You can find a video of that interview at the MMABuzz.com Facebook page, so check that out and know that we at MMA Meltdown are wishing Mr. Donovan well in the Bellator tournament.
Absolutely. And I know one thing healing well is his checkbook.
I know. I made
$1,000 contest winner. What?
That was
Good
rigged.
for him, yeah. And then,
crazy.
of course, speaking of wishing fighters well, we at MMA Meltdown want to send out our best to Chris Camozzi, Elliot Marshall, and Donald Cerrone for their UFC 137 fights next week.
Yeah, it's awesome to have 3 guys representing Colorado on that card.
Super cool. Well, speaking of representing Colorado, this past Friday night at the National Western Complex in Denver, Fight to Win Promotion held their Zombies-themed show. It was a super fun night. You guys were there, and I want to quickly jump into the Inked Out of the Night moments. And our Inked Out submission of the night goes to J. Kevin Hernandez. This guy was stuck in just about the deepest choke I've ever seen anybody be stuck in that they actually got out of. And then he got submission in the night, partly based on the fact that he then turned it around, took back control, and won the fight by rear naked choke of his own. So congratulations to the Zingano fighter for getting that win.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think he was purple, JR, wasn't he?
Purple, red, whatever other oxygen-deprivated colors you want to turn. Blue was in there a little bit, I'm sure.
That's why I appreciate my natural skin tone.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was backstage watching with Josh Ford, and Josh was saying, "Oh, he won't tap." I was like, "Oh, he's gonna tap," and then he got out. I don't know how he got out.
In our post-fight interview, he said, "I'll never tap to a choke. I'll go unconscious." So
I believe it.
Little heads up for his opponents, I guess.
Yeah, all right. You're going to have to choke him out.
All right, then our Inked Out knockout of the night, no surprise here, goes to Chris Holland for his 22nd main event knockout victory. I'm not going to go into that too much because I know you guys are having him on in a little bit, so I'm going to let him talk you through it.
Yeah, I've never really met the guy. I've never talked to him. I mean, you know, I've seen some reviews and some reports on him in the past, and he kind of seems like, you know, one of the big-headed type of fighters, Hollywood and everybody, but you got to give the man credit where it's due, so.
He's a good guy. You're going to have some fun with him for sure. And then the Inked Out fight of the night goes to Jason Lee and Mark Korzianowski. Those guys had a 3-round battle that was really pretty evenly matched. A lot of clinch work in that fight. Really grueling battle for anybody that's done any training knows how difficult that is. And these guys just really tested each other. Cardio hard, conditioning, showing off their technique, takedowns, submission skills, defending, all kinds of stuff. So congratulations to them for Fight of the Night. And then in Mr. Lee's post-fight interview, he announced that he has signed a 6-fight deal with the MMA Power Tour, and that his first fight is scheduled for December, I believe, in Costa Rica. So congratulations to the Dragon from MMA Buzz and the MMA Meltdown team for his continued success.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jason Lee is a great guy. You know, he's a personal friend of mine. He's a friend of the show. He's a friend of MMA. And for him to come back and get that win, I mean, he deserves it. He works really hard. And for him to have his son at that particular show and see all of that, I mean, it was absolutely awesome. So, Jay Lee, great job, buddy. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, and everybody's going to continue to support you.
Yeah, really cool to just see kind of his community-type personality, his outside-the-fight game personality come out in that post-fight interview and see what a family man he is, and to talk about his anti-bullying campaign and everything. That was definitely super cool, and let people know, hey, these guys may have an interesting job that not everybody understands, but they're still just people doing their thing. So that was great.
Yeah, there's a whole host of people like Jason Lee that are great ambassadors for this particular sport to the general public, and I just love the fact that he's involved to the level that he's involved with.
Absolutely agreed. All right, so moving on, we want to talk about last night in Fort Collins at the Qdoba Event Center, where the No Mercy Extreme Fighting promotion held their Annihilation 35 event. And I'll give you guys the Inked Out of the Night moments there. The inked out submission of the night goes to Tommy Thompson, the Team Infinite MMA fighter. He had a really slick transition, started out with a triangle choke, guy defended, postured well, Tommy switched over to the armbar, guy pressed down, Tommy reset the triangle choke, pulled the head down, shoved the arm across, popped the hips, and got the victory by way of triangle choke. So congratulations to Mr. Thompson there. And that was kind of fun to see because some of the people that may have seen him fight at the Inked Out Has No Mercy show in Brush, which was his pro debut, know that he was pretty disappointed in his debut. He won, but it was basically because he took his opponent down, and as soon as he got mount, the guy tapped out.
That was one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen.
He didn't even push his hand down on the guy's chest before he was tapping out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So he trained hard for that. He made weight. He did all the right things, and then to have it just basically taken away from you by an opponent like that, I know he was super disappointed. Some pre-fight interviews here, he said that he wanted to be pushed and be tested a little bit as a professional, and he got that test a little bit last night and shows that he's up to being a pro. So congratulations to him. Then at that event last night, the Inked Out knockout of the night went to a Art of War fighter, Brian Montoya. Had a pretty slick takedown, transitioned into mount, and ended up getting the TKO victory. He was able to pop his arms free, posture up, flurry with strikes hard enough to have the referee get in and stop the bout. So congratulations to him for getting that win.
Yeah, and I'm proud of Brian. I actually went to high school with Brian, and he's a really good guy. And he had a run of amateur fights there that ended with losses. So for him to get the second fight in a row, it's really good. It shows the kind of dedication that he has.
Yeah, good for him, and you could tell he had a great deal of team support, and it was just really nice to see that happen for him because, like you, I followed his amateur career, so it was good to see him starting to turn it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Then last night, the Inked Out fight of the night, aptly enough, went to the main event fighters of the night, Frank Morris and Ricky Johnson. It was almost an all-ground and grappling affair, but for people that appreciate the technical aspects of the sport, this was just a great battle. Both guys had dominant position at points. Both guys had solid ground and pound at points. Both guys had close submissions at points. Both guys escaped really well at different points. And finally, it was Ricky Johnson that came away with the win. But just a really back-and-forth fight where you're kind of always wondering, okay, is this it? Oh, wow, that was great. Okay, is this it? No, wow. So just everything that a promoter hopes for in a main event. So congratulations to Mr. Morris and Mr. Johnson, and thanks to them for having put on such an entertaining fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to say real quick, MMA Buzz and MMA Meltdown, we're doing some increasing video work with our post-fight interviews. Ernest Looney and Keith Green are helping out MMABuzz.com on their Facebook page, and Jared Mercado is hosting a lot of interviews for the MMA Meltdown team. So check out his work, and I want to say thanks to the fight fans for tuning in, and we are Mile High Sports.
All right, JR, thank you. And that's JR Gordon on the Inked Out Buzz block. And for all of JR's work, you can check out MMABuzz.com. He'll get you taken care of with all the fight results, live play-by-play action. But you are listening to MMA Meltdown on Mile High Sports, AM 1510, FM 93.7. We are Mile High Sports.
Bernie Kosar, no thank you. We are Mile High Sports.
If you're looking for ultimate relaxation, better performance and functionality, and a healthier you, then check out A Better Way to Feel. A Better Way to Feel offers clients an alternative solution to pain. Massage can help improve performance in athletes, allow for better functionality, increase recovery time from injuries, and more. Contact Maureen Reardon at 303-888-9516 or go to abetterwaytofeel.com. Maureen taught the massage program at Heritage College and has worked with the Colorado Rapids and MMA athletes. Mention this ad and save 20% off first-time services. A Better Way to Feel, an alternative solution to pain.
Science, the official energy drink of the UFC. Available at your local King Soopers, Loaf and Jug, Jenny's Market, Circle K convenience stores, and 7-Eleven.
Studio Vienna at Shred a New Look offers a full-service salon including customized sports injury massage treatments, full-service skincare treatments including waxing, makeup, and both hair and nail care. We offer services for both men and women, and all our services are fully customizable. We are located at 6050 West 92nd Avenue in Westminster, Colorado, or you can call us at 303-424-6461 for more information. Right now, we are offering 3 one-hour massage sessions, normally $195, now only $135. And you will get a free month of training at 303 Training Center, home of Dwayne Ludwig, with any purchase of $65 and more from Studio Vienna at Shred a New Look. Call us now, 303-424-6461.
Blazin' Tattoos. Blaze specializes in custom artwork and designs. Can't find the image you need for your tattoo? He does custom tattoo flash, custom paintings, custom logos, posters, and finished artwork for sale. This guy does tattoos too. He has new school designs. He's professional and licensed. He also does cover-ups and touch-ups. He customizes everything. His portfolio is at facebook.com/KingBlaze1. Blazing Apparel, coming soon.
When looking for the finest in Mexican cuisine, no one can top the Burrito King Tafolinos. Try our Chicken Mole Wednesdays or our famous smothered burritos while you cool off with an ice-cold margarita. Or do what MMA Meltdown does and conquer the Tafolinos Grande platter. So bring down the family and have a great Tafolinos family night out at one of our convenient locations in Golden on the corner of 20th and Youngfield, or check out our delicious menu at tafolinos.com. Tafolinos.
This heavyweight bout is about to begin. The challenger wears white trunks with a blue stripe, and the champ is wearing, looks like an examination gown from the doctor's office. And from the back, we can... Ooh, that's not pretty. Champ, what's with the crazy getup?
I've got to take care of my family.
Yeah, so?
Well, when you love your family, you got to go in and get those important medical screenings. A lot of potentially deadly diseases can be treated if you catch them in time.
So you wear the examination gown because...
Because I'm a real man. Real men take care of their families and get those tests. Real men wear gowns.
Okay, champ, good luck. Here we go. The champ's not wasting any time. Oh! It's over! This fight is over! Champ, you barely broke a sweat. Any words for your fans out there?
Remember, go to ahrq.gov for a list of the tests they need to get and when to get them.
What was that web address again?
ahrq.gov. And remember, real men wear gowns.
Go to ahrq.gov. This message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, AHRQ, and the Ad Council.
We call it Gart Brothers Field at Mile High. 1510 93.7. We are Mile High Sports.
All Seas Collectibles, Colorado's most unique collectibles shop, located just off I-225 in Mississippi next to the Burlington Coat Factory. All Seas is a comic shop, a card and sports memorabilia shop, and a toy store, and a bullion exchange. All Seas buys, sells, and trades, and no collection is too big or too small for All Seas. Coming to Aurora's longest-running collectibles store, All Seas Collectibles, official sponsor of the Morning Mayhem's weekly Rookie Year Challenge. All Seas, 303-751-6882, or check out allseascollectibles.com.